And good afternoon, wrestling fans. It is Friday, August 20th, 2021, and we are heading into the weekend, and that can only mean one thing: a lot more wrestling coming your way from the Ontario scene. This is episode number 2 of the Ontario Indy Road Trip Show, your calendar to all the events happening around Ontario. And we're going to go all the way up, I believe, until September 12th in this edition of the show. So we'll want to thank all our sponsors with Coolbet, reminding people to stay cool and bet responsibly. And want to also encourage people to get out there and go to Heatwave, the Hot Sauce Expo Summer Market, August 28th and 29th, happening in London, Ontario at Budweiser Gardens. 35 vendors selling hot sauce. There's going to be chicken wings, live entertainment, a beer garden, and everything that you'd ever want from a Heatwave Hot Sauce Expo. Get out there and support independent vendors and local marketers. And you can always get to London, no problem, as it is a short drive, no matter where you are in Ontario. From where I am right now in Windsor, it's less than 2 hours, depending on how fast you drive. Same with Toronto. So no excuse to miss out on Heatwave Hot Sauce Expo Summer Market, August 28th and 29th. More information can be available at heatwaveexpo.com. Ticket prices are $10, and admission prices will be a little bit higher at the door. COVID protocols for safe gatherings will be in place as per local health units, so arrive early and avoid any issues. I want to thank last week we had our first event talked about Top House Takedown. Results from that included Buck Gunderson defeating Dan Jarrus. Divya Fiji retained the North Star Championship over Bianca Corelli. Carew defeated Ad Hutchinson in a brewery brawl match to become the number 1 contender to Scotty the Body's King of the North Championship. He demanded to face Scotty later in the evening in the main. Asher Benjamin debuted his Tap House Talk with special guest Jake O'Reilly. This broke down into a wild brawl between O'Reilly and Travis McCabe that ended in Benjamin smashing a beer stein over O'Reilly's head. Nova defeated Shane Saber to retain the True Patriot Championship, and the main event between Scotty and Carew was ruled a no contest after Buck Gunderson and Dan Jarrus got involved. This led to a tag team match that saw Jarrus and Scotty victorious over Carew and Gunderson. So if you are attending any of the great events happening in Ontario, please send them our way, and we'll include them at the beginning of the show to let people know what they missed along the way. But let's get into some of the events happening in Ontario, starting with tonight. Tonight, August 20th, Pro Wrestling Eclipse is got 100 reasons why at the Royal Canadian Legion branch, number 43 in Oshawa, Ontario. You'll see PWE debuts of Pretty Ricky Wilde and the teenage dirtbag Polly Hardbody. Making a stop on his world tour, the vagabond Ryan Rogan will make an appearance. The King of Schwa, Cody Deaner, will take on Daddy Davis. And the PWE Championship will be on the line as Tarek defends against the Boot, Rex Atkins. Also scheduled for an appearance during the show in no particular order, just the order that they've posted here, is Adrian Astar, Rob Rage, Nova, Crimson X, and the mystery that is the Beholder, and much more. Tickets are just $15 in advance and $20 at the door. I believe they are selling them until 2 o'clock today in advance, and then you'll have to get them at the door after that time. Then tomorrow, Turkey Point Championship Wrestling from Ontario will present Bash by the Beach at 2 p.m. Tickets are just $10. And also on Saturday night, let me scroll down just a little bit. Chem Valley Wrestling returns with the comeback at Valley X Sarnia. You'll see former Chem Valley Wrestling champion Aiden Prince make his much anticipated return to Sarnia to compete in the same kind of match which won him the Chem Valley title, a triple threat match against Alec Realm and Badimper Singh. The match is sponsored by Sarnia Media and Entertainment, home of Coyote 103 and The Bridge. And the contract has been signed. Brian White officially faces off against Ethan Dukes and Commissioner Aaron Sisson in an Extreme Rules handicap match this Saturday at Valley X. After being put through a door at the last Chem Valley Wrestling show, Brian will get his revenge finally after a long wait. What is going to happen this Saturday? You'll have to wait and find out. This match is sponsored by Bayview Chrysler Dodge, serving Sarnia and Lambton County as well as surrounding areas. Bayview Chrysler Dodge is a family-owned and operated business founded by Norris Red Orr and his wife Lorraine, and now led by their sons David and Stephen Orr. After serving with the RCAF in World War II, Red joined the Chrysler Corporation in 1948 and later worked in senior leadership roles with Chrysler Canada and Chrysler dealers before taking ownership of Bayview Chrysler in 1975. The Orr family and their loyal staff have worked to establish Bayview Chrysler as a pillar within their community, proudly supporting many local organizations and charities over the past 46 years. If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, contact them today. They'll be able to get you on the road driving something you love in no time. The next matchup has the Venezuelan vixen, Cece Galaves. She will make her return to Chem Valley Wrestling to take on Miley, who will be making her professional wrestling debut at the Comeback. This match is sponsored by Under Wraps Cafe, located at 108 Christina Street. Check them out for lunch or dinner today and indulge yourself in Sarnia's best burritos. They're also serving incredible coffee, tacos, nachos, and dessert burritos, plus more online at underwrapscafe.ca. Make sure you try out the nachos. Chem Valley Tag Team Champions will be in action as Fight or Flight return to Sarnia to defend their titles against the team of Preston Miles and Tarek, who will both be making their Chem Valley Wrestling debuts. This match is going to be absolutely insane, and it's sponsored by Neon Crab Sarnia, located at 452 Exmouth Street between Cravens and Money Mart. Neon Crab is a professional and fun group of talented artists who are waiting to serve and help you design the perfect piece of art for you to love forever. Contact them today to set up your next tattoo or piercing appointment. Another absolutely incredible match just signed for the Comeback next Saturday at Valley X, fresh off the trip to WD Performance Center. The adventurer Stone Rockwell will be returning to Chem Valley Wrestling and taking on the very entertaining Pretty Ricky Wilde. This match is sponsored by Revelry, the official home of Chem Valley Wrestling tickets, plus much more, a digital ticketing provider that celebrates live entertainment rooted in bringing fans, artists, and venues together through simple-to-use digital tools. Free for venues to use, Revelry will offer fair fees to fans, which put money in their pocket. The best way for everyone involved in live entertainment process come together. Fans can get tickets to their favorite bands at their favorite venues easily and quickly. Artists can promote their shows and their talents, and venues can ensure concertgoers have a seamless ticket purchasing experience while not paying exorbitant fees. More tag team action is signed for the Comeback, so fasten your seatbelts. The team of Brickhouse Mick McGuire and Dale Kilburn will make their Chem Valley debuts against local favorites Rodney Matthews and Michael Grayson, known as Books and Looks, who are looking to climb the ranks of the Chem Valley Wrestling Tag Team Division and earn them a tag team title shot. This match is sponsored by The Cave, located at 145 Davis Street, now open for in-store shopping. Check them out today for your collectible needs. They have a ton of wrestling memorabilia, along with trading cards, video games, records and CDs, vintage toys, and much more. Check them out today. And we are officially less than 48 hours away from the comeback live at Valley Axe Sarnia, and another huge match is announced. Making his way to Chem Valley for the first time is former WWE star Highlander Robbie McAllister. Also will be taking on the returning Reverso, who was victorious at the last event in a contract on a pole match, winning the number one contenders contract for a future opportunity at the Chem Valley Championship. He continues his quest for the belt next Saturday with one of the biggest challenges of his career, taking on Robbie McAllister. This match is sponsored by Corey James Mitchell Band. Based out of Sarnia, this band brings a unique sound to the Canadian country scene that can't help but catch your attention. Check out all of their music at Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and be sure to keep an eye out for any live dates in the area, as the band will absolutely blow your mind live. And the main event of the evening will be for the Chem Valley Wrestling Championship. At the last show in 2020, Cody Deaner successfully retained the Chem Valley Championship in an incredible match with Tyler Turva. After the match, one of Cody's longtime friends in the business, Tyson Dukes, came out to congratulate the champion, which then resulted in Dukes turning on his friend, which also led to Commissioner Aaron Sisson announcing this huge match for the Chem Valley Championship at the next show. After a lengthy delay, Dukes will finally challenge Deaner for the Chem Valley Wrestling Championship at Valley Axe Sarnia. The main event is sponsored by Jen Johnson, Realtor at Remax Sarnia, Realty Inc., and CRS. Contact Jen today for all your real estate needs, and make sure moving day is easy and stress-free with Remax Sarnia. And that is Chem Valley Wrestling, the comeback, happening tomorrow night at Valley Axe Sarnia. Get your tickets now, as the first section of VIPs are sold out. Be sure to bring a chair also, and be ready to wear a mask for when you cannot social distance. Moving on to Sunday, the 22nd, Don Valley Kozlov and the Don Kozlov Arena in Mississauga at 4 p.m. Destiny World Wrestling returns to action with Summer Heat. There will be a special pre-show barbecue at 2 p.m. Some of the matches you will see include the relentless John Atlas taking on No Way. The Destiny Championship will be on the line as Josh Alexander goes one-on-one with Cody Deaner. And that's Destiny World Wrestling this Sunday, August 22nd, at the Don Kozlov Arena in Mississauga. Bell time is 4 p.m. Then, on the following week, you can go to, on August 28th, Legion Memorial Park, Seaway Valley Wrestling, and Cornwall Baseball present Unlocked, a live, free outdoor event. Bring your whole family and help minor baseball raise some money to renovate the upgrade to the ballpark. Bring your lawn chairs for this event. You'll see Brad Alexis face off against Hot Stepper. Freak Nation versus Total Devastation in a tag team contest. Ryan Donovan takes on Dino Benjamin. Nick Sullivan will go against Ryan Rogan. Reverso goes one-on-one with Junior Benito. In another tag team match, you'll see Fear the Beard going against Dark Horse Dexter Doom and Pack Classic. Aiden Prince will take on Cecil Nix. Eve will battle Sally. And in the main event, one of Cornwall's favorite makes his highly anticipated return. Hardcore Channing Decker will take on the impressive Mark Marston, making his Seaway Valley debut. This will be an anything goes match, and you also get to see the most anticipated contract signing in Seaway Valley Championship history, with the championship match being signed between Big Daddy D. Roy and Ray St. John. They'll finally make it official at Lockdown. Seaway Valley and Cornwall Minor Baseball presenting it Saturday, August 28th at the Legion Memorial Ballpark in Cornwall, Ontario. Then we get a little bit hardcore going into the next week, as at 1 p.m., Great White North Championship Wrestling presents Reunion at the Knights of Columbus in Hamilton, Ontario, August 29th. Join them for some old school wrestling, as only GWN can provide. Tickets are just $10. And then at 2 p.m., Championship Wrestling from Ontario has hardcore wrestling with a ring at the Rock Pile in Etobicoke. It's their Fan Appreciation Day, where tickets are just $5. The Blackballed podcast crew will be on hand for this event. And that also includes an appearance by Hard Bodies Hardcore Summer Vacation. Then, later on at 7 p.m. at Tale of the Junction in Toronto, No Ring North presents Fuck It, We'll Do It Live. No more private filmings. They're bringing the action live for the first time ever. It's a brawling good time. Tickets are $20. The doors open at 6 p.m. Of course, we are one of the proud sponsors of the All Ontario Cup, featuring 30 stars of the Ontario scene. The other sponsors include Cole Belgrave, Wrestling on the Rise, and Countout7.com. We each have a block, and matches are being announced as they come along. So far, 2 blocks have been announced, with Jesse V taking on Hot Stepper, John Greed against Junior Benito, Von Vertigo against Stratosphere, Mark Wheeler against Young Miles. In the Scumbags block, you have Kirk Warmack making his return, taking on Jody Threat, Holden Albright against Rip Impact, Shane Saber against Travis Moore, and Pretty Ricky Wilde, the Three Pistols champion, getting a bye in the first round. There'll be more news as it comes along in the coming weeks, with more brackets being revealed and a schedule for recording. We are also a part of the Wrestling with ALS event in October. It comes your way October 22nd to the 24th. The weekend will include wrestling podcasts, live wrestling from Moonshine Brand Wrestling, stand-up comedy from Holden Albright, Kobe Durst, Tony Adams, Pretty Ricky, and Mr. Mello. There'll be wrestling trivia, wrestling auction, and much more. The event is presented by Matthew Terry, and it's Time to Fight podcast. Get your tickets at eventbrite.ca, with packages starting at $10 to $50, depending on the amount of content you want to view. Then, looking into September, on September 4th, Magnificent Championship Wrestling presents Rags to Riches 8 in Brantford, Ontario. It will be at the Knights of Columbus at 12 Catherine Street, Brantford. It's an outdoor event with limited tickets. You'll also see on there the Rags to Riches Rumble. Some of the matches also booked include match number 1. That's 2 of Magnificent Championship Wrestling's best one-on-one for the first time ever. Not only that, but it will send Brantford into a civil war. That's right. One man has been doing all he can to make a name for himself throughout Ontario and has developed quite the taste for causing damage. He is a man with a passion for professional wrestling and is also a past Rags to Riches Rumble winner. He will also be walking into what is possibly the biggest match of his entire career. His opponent is the only man who truly needs no introduction. He is the only three-time former Magnificent Championship Wrestling champion. He is Brantford's hero, the man, the legend, Outlaw Scott Chase. On Saturday night, September 4th, it's Brantford's Own versus Brantford's Own. Can the Damaged Machine outlast the legendary Outlaw? Or will the Outlaw send him to the end of the trail? Be there live to find out. It's Damaged Doc Richards. It's Outlaw Scott Chase. It's the first time ever, and it's Magnificent Championship Wrestling's Rag to Riches. Match number 2 features your MCW Women's Championship on the line as the champion, the Queen of Horror, Sabrina Kyle, faces off with the debuting Crystal Moon. Kyle has come into her own and has proven to be a force not only in MCW but throughout Ontario and the United States, having defeated Beautiful Bia in a brutal cage match at Immortal 2019 for the title. Her opponent will be looking to cement her name in her first match with the company, and what better way to do that than a win over the women's champion? Wrestling's Moon Princess will definitely need to bring her A game, but is definitely not one to be taken lightly herself. Can Moon walk away with the upset victory in her debut, or will the ever-smart veteran that is the Queen of Horror continue her illustrious reign with the gold? As a part of the MCW Studio Series, Tag Team Tournament was held to determine the number one contenders for the MCW Tag Team Championships. The decision was made to go ahead with the tournament with the blessing of the Hellraisers. The tournament would see Swole Patrol with Nikki Martin defeat Empire and Raunchy Nuts for victory over Airstrike. Now live on Saturday night, September 4th, Raunchy Nuts and Swole Patrol will collide, and one team will walk away with the new MCW Tag Team Champions. Swole Patrol, especially Mr. Atlantis, is synonymous with MCW and is no stranger to the tag team goal. Raunchy Nuts may have made quite a name for themselves in HWE as well as HPW, and will be looking to add more gold to their collection. Who will walk away with their hands raised? Be sure to get your tickets today and find out. Then, just announced before I went to record, on Saturday, September 4th, these two men will collide for the first time ever. MCW mainstay, the high-risk hero, Rip Impact, will step into the ring with the returning veteran El Tornado. Number 4, in all the years throughout the careers of these two accomplished athletes, have they ever had the opportunity to face each other in a one-on-one contest? At Rags to Riches 8, that all changes. Will the master of the sliced bread be able to overcome the Tornado, or will Tornado add him to the list of victims to be on the receiving end of an unruly dropkick or a devastating frog splash? Get your tickets now to find out all these answers. Then, also on Friday, September 10th, Superkick Pro Wrestling Rock Shows and Wrestling Training Center present Gassed Up at the Great Hall, 8 p.m. Tickets are $32.84 through eventbrite.ca. And on September 11th, Saturday, Barrie Wrestling has Back to School 7 at 5 p.m. Corey Stone said he would face anyone on the roster to show Barrie Wrestling fans what he is made of. Okay, let's see what you got. Holden Albright versus Corey Stone. Puff is back. Barrie Wrestling fans will blow the roof off the building, welcoming back the most popular wrestler in Barrie Wrestling. Gabriel Foreza will probably try to beat Puff with that roof. Shane Saber hates Pretty Ricky Wilde's wild antics, while Three Pistols champion Pretty Ricky just hates Shane Saber. This one could get ugly. Big Ben Ortmans is coming back Big Ben is coming back to Barrie. Ben asked to be part of Back to School 7 to get something off his chest. We don't know what it will be, but knowing Ben, it will be raw. You'll also see my Jean Lee taking on Lionel Knight. Nug sold the contract of Barrie Wrestling heavyweight champion Mark Wheeler and the huge Jesse V to Alexia Nicole at their last show. Alexia can be conniving and ruthless. So what will she have planned moving forward? Anton Alexiev will try to get back in the win column after some bad luck last show. He'll have to beat the young and hungry Cubes, who is trying to make a name for himself and fast. These two young talents clash at Back to School 7, September 11th. And before the July 31st show, the champ Mark Wheeler had a lot to say about former champion Von Vertigo. As a result, this match is signed and ready to happen. The rematch happening at Back to School 7. There's still more matches to announce, but so far it's a stacked show and tickets are nearly gone. Contact Barrie Wrestling for more information. And rounding out this week on the show, Sunday, September 12th, Courage Pro Wrestling presents Reboot at 4 p.m. in Hamilton at the Germania Club. Tickets are just $15 in advance. It will be champion versus champion at the Reboot show. Who's the better champion? The Courage Pro Wrestling champion, Sabrina Kyle, or the Hamilton Heritage champion, Rip Impact? Get your tickets now to find out. Ontario is opening up and shows are coming back. There's a lot to get out there and see. If you go to our website at scumbagswrestling.ca and click on the Ontario Indy tab, you're going to see a whole list of all the shows happening between now and November that have been announced, and there's no excuse to miss out on it. So get out there, get vaccinated, and travel safely, and support Ontario Independent Wrestling wherever it's coming from. Just like the show here with Heatwave, Ontario is not hard to get around. So get in a car, get on a bus, train, whatever, and find your way to an Ontario Indie show. Support these guys. They've been waiting patiently to get back in front of their fans, and we can show the support by showing up at their next shows. So this is this week's list. We'll see you next time.